Hey, this is René, welcome back for another video on this channel. Today we will create a control panel that helps you to track the process of your trading account. Can be super helpful to use this for prop firm challenges also, and there are some additional features like we can add the profit target, the max loss and the daily loss. So this program will also take care of the automatically closing your positions if one of these levels is reached. So let's start to code this very cool program. So first of all, open your meta editor, and immediately in the beginning I have to say this will not be a super beginner tutorial. If you're looking for super beginner tutorials, you will find them also on this channel, or linked in the description. You will find a complete course about MetaTrader programming.
This video is presented by BM Trading. Learn to code your own expert advisors. Link in the description.
So what we're going to do is we create a new expert advisor for this, which we can call mission control. You can call it whatever you want pretty much. Then click on next, next and finish and create a new expert advisor. So this is our brand new expert advisor. Since we now figured out that you're not a beginner, you should know how an expert advisor looks like, or how a new expert advisor looks like pretty much. So we do have these default functions here, pretty much event handling functions. We will use some of them, maybe not all of them. But first of all, what we want to do is we want to include some controls here. First of all, we want to include the dialog. .mqh, and you can find all of these files of course in the include folder if you go to controls. So here you should find the dialog.mqh file somewhere, and if we compile, we can say we want to create a I think it's app dialog, which we can call app, for example, and then in the on init we want to create our app. So we can say, wait, give me the preview please here. We can say app come on, create, and then we what this does is basically the controls library provides us with a bunch of classes that help us to work with controls such as buttons, edits, labels, etc., etc. And the library helps us to work with them very easily without the need to write all of the boilerplate code on our own. So what we can do here is we can, for example, create this CF dialog object variable, which I just called app, and then this CF dialog class has a function which is the create function, and this helps us to very easily and very quickly create a this control panel in the chart. So we can say we want to create it in the main window, no sub windows, or in the main chart, and then we have to define the distance where we want to display this. And here we can say, for example, 50-50, and then we need to provide the x2 and y2 parameter, which will create pretty much or which will define the width and the height of this. So what I like to do is I like to define this and say, for example, panel width could be something like 400, and then I say define panel height could be something like 600, doesn't really matter. And then what we want to do here is want to say like 50 plus panel width, for example, and 50 plus panel height. So if we do it like this, and then we say app.run, I think, to run the app. Also in the onDinit function, we want to say app destroy and provide the reason. And if we compile this, this will be enough code already. So we're able to switch over to our MetaTrader now, go to expert advisors, find the program that you just created. For me, it's Mission Control YouTube. So if I drag and drop it on my chart, we can see just these few lines of code already create the mission control window in the chart. This is not very functional, so if I click something, nothing happens. But we can easily fix this by adding the onChart event function, because the onChart event function, it helps us to react to chart events. So what we're going to do is we take the signature here from the documentation. And as I said, I'm going through these steps very quickly because this is not meant to be a absolute beginner tutorials. I also have these absolute beginner tutorials on the channel, but this is not one of them. So this is the on chart event function with all of the parameters that it has. And there we go. So in this function, what we want to do is we want to say app chart event, and then we just pass all of these parameters, because the on chart event function is called or triggered by the MetaTrader, but it does not automatically notify our app. So what we have to do is we have to call, or we have to take the parameters here and also give them to our app, or more specific to the chart event function of our app. So then the chart events will also have an impact on our app. So what now happens here is we can move this around, we can make it small, we can make it big, and we can also exit if we click on this X, and it will just remove it from the chart and deactivate the expert advisor. So this is our like basis for the control panel that we have. So now what we want to do is we want to show something, of course. So to show something, we need some more controls. Like for example, we could say we want to have the control label. So we just include like this label.mqh file. Also, we want to have the controls, I think it's a rectangle. Do we have rect? Yeah, we have rect.mqh. So this, we will need the rectangle to create this very cool like profit or loss bar. And then we will have the label. We have to write it correctly to show the information about the strategies. So let's start with a label here. So we know pretty much, or we usually know how many strategies we use. So for this purpose, we can create a label for all of the strategies that we currently use. So later on, we also want to update these labels. So what we have to do is, or what we should do is, it makes life a lot easier later on, we should map a label to the strategies. So for example, in my example here, I have two strategies, test strategy 1, test strategy 2. So we will have to track the profit and loss and then display it with a label in the app dialog pretty much. So what we can do is here, and what I did in my mission control that I used for the FTMO project, we can create a new class which we can call C strategy, for example, and let's make it just inherit from C object for now. And this class, let's make everything public to make it very easy to work with this class here. I mean, this is not the best and recommended programming habit, but for such a small program, it doesn't really make a difference. And then we want to have some parameters here, or member variables, like for example, not mstring, member strategy. Then we want to have a symbol, because we could have different symbols using the same strategy. And maybe we can also use the magic number. I don't know if we really need it, but yeah, but what we need for sure is the profit. Or more precise, the closed profit. I think we only want to track the closed profit here. And then what we want to do here is we want to provide or add one label, which will be the, actually just the label. And this is the label that we will then use and display in the app. So what we want to do now is, and we can also create a constructor here, C strategy. And let's say we want to provide the symbol, we want to provide the strategy, we want to provide, magic. Let's leave the magic out of this for now. And then basically we just initialize our member variables, symbol, and we do have the strategy. Strategy, which is strategy. and the body. Whoops. So yeah, it's then we can also, of course, create the destructor here, even though we don't really need it. So let's just leave it blank. Yeah, so this is our little class that we use, or that we want to use to track the progress of our strategies. So what we can now do is we can create a like this strategy object for all of the strategies that we have. And here, for example, we do have 2 strategies, but we have strategy or test strategy 1 running in gold and in USD Japanese yen. So what I want to do is I want to create not 2 strategies, but 3 objects. So let's say, yeah, let's include also the array object class. So we can put all of these strategies in an array. See array object strategies like this, and then yeah, let's add the strategies, or let's create the strategies. Strategy. Yeah, the name does not really matter here. Oh wait, we can actually do it in one step, I think. Strategies, add, and then we create a new strategy, and we have the symbol, which is here, for example, US dollar and test strategy 2. So let's say US dollar and test strategy 2. And then we do the same thing for USD Japanese yen with test strategy 1, and for US dollar, which is gold, for test strategy 1. So now we do have these 3 strategies pretty much in this array. And what we can do now is, after creating the app, we can say for and int I is equal 0, I is smaller than strategies total, I plus plus. Now we want to create the labels and add them to the app. So what we're going to do is we say, yeah, let's get the strategy. See strategy is equal strategies add I, and then we say strategy label label create. Want to create this label, and here we want to say we start at, yeah, now we need some variables. X1 actually epsilon1 epsilon2, or actually I think we will only need the y variable, or y1, which we start at, let's say 50, and then we can say we want to create in chart 0. The name will be I don't know, like strategy, or let's just, yeah, let's use a combination, which will be strategy m symbol plus strategy m strategy. So we will need this object, we will use this object name for the label, sub window is 0, and then we will say x1 will be 0, epsilon1 is taken from the variable that I created. Then we have x2, and this will now be panel width minus, I think, 8, because we cannot take the whole panel width, because the borders here, they're very small. They're like 1 or 2 pixels each, but they have to be subtracted. So I think in total, all of these borders here on the x-axis, like the left side borders and the right side borders, they make up 8 pixels, if I'm not wrong. So we will have to subtract them. And then for y2, we go y1 plus, let's say 20. And that's basically it. So this will create the label, and then we can say strategy label text should be something like I don't know, strategy, M symbol, and then in brackets maybe strategy, M strategy, like this. And then here we would have the profit. Oh wait, this is a double to string, strategy, close profit with 2 digits, and that's it. This is our text for the label. And then afterwards we will have to increase the x1 variable by some value, of course. Okay. Oh, and afterwards we want to say app add strategy M label, like this. I hope that I didn't mess it up, but theoretically this should be fine. There's a problem because I used comma here instead of plus, but now, hey, what did I do wrong here? Text. This is a string value, isn't it? Oh, there are some more commas. And compile, okay. There we go. So you can see now we have in this mission control, we do have the information like the symbol, the strategy, and the profit. And you can see we have 3 strategies in total, or 3 like combinations of symbol and strategy. Of course, we do have 2 positions in US dollar, so we want to stack up the profit here kinda. But yeah, that's how it goes. So if we would have more strategies and they don't really need to have an open position right now, we can just add more strategies here. Let's say we have, I don't know, like another gold strategy, which is maybe the range breakout. I mean, the name doesn't have to be like strategy 1, strategy 2, strategy 3, and we can have the ninja scalper. So here you can just add like all of your strategies that you use in your account. Just add them once. I just did it manually in the code because the strategies do not change too often, and then you will have them all listed like this in the control panel. And you can play around with this. I mean, I could make this like the gaps between the labels a little bit bigger, so it looks more like this. I mean, yeah, as I said, you can play around with this. And now what we want to do next is we want to make sure that we also see the overall profit of this account. So I will demonstrate the overall profit, and then you can also do the same thing with the daily profit, and or maybe I will just show the daily profit. Yeah, I don't know. So let's just start by creating the rectangle. So we will need a rectangle for this, which I can call rect profit, for example. And this will be created above the labels. So just place them using the rectProfit.create function in chart 0. Then we have a name, rect profit, for example, chart or subwindow 0 again. Then we do have, and the parameters here are always the same. Like we have x1, x2 and stuff like that. So let's start with 0, 0, 0. Then we do have panel width -8. And we do have a height of, let's say, 30. And then we say add rect profit. So I think there's an error somewhere because I'm not getting the preview of the functions. So let me have a look here. Wait. There's no create function. That's weird. So oh, I think I don't want to use the rect. Instead, I want to use the panel, right? And the panel has the create. Okay, let's use the panel instead. It doesn't really matter. We just need some control that gives us like a visual rectangle. So we can say cPanel, and then we say panel profit maybe, and just exchange it here and here, and maybe also the name. So this will create this little panel, hopefully in the mission control here. It's not really visible. Let me see if we can change the color, and let's make this color light gray, for example. Okay, I think I kind of figured out what my issue here is. I created this cPanel object variable as a local variable in the onInit, which means that when the onInit function terminates, the panel will be deleted. So what we have to do is we have to make this a global variable here. So if we do it like this and compile again, now we should hopefully see it in the chart. I think I have to change the color of the background and not the color. Okay, there we go. So now we do have this panel. I think I can start at 0 here. And let's make this color gray. So let's see how this looks now. Yeah, there's like this bar. And now we need another bar to make to show the color, if there's a profit or a loss. So what we're going to do is we create another panel on top of the other panel. And we can call this panel profit color, for example. So what we're going to do is panel profit color. We will create this at 0, panel profit color, so nothing new here. Sub window 0, 0, 0, panel width -8 and 50. So this would be the same size, like completely the same size as the previous panel. And let me show you how this looks. So this will look like this. Now everything's green. So this is not really what we want. So what we can do here is we can say we want to have this only displayed from the middle of the panel. So we can say panel width -8 divided by 2. This should be the middle. So if we compile it like this, so you can see now we only have like half of it in green. And now we could say, for example, x2 should end somewhere else, not at panel width -8, but instead at panel width -8 divided by 2 multiplied with by 2 multiplied with 3. Does it make sense? No, it doesn't make sense, right? Divided by, yeah, let's just say minus 200 pixels. But yeah, I will explain later how we can use this. So you can see this is how we can display pretty much the profit and loss here. And this is what we want to update once the profit and loss changes. So yeah, let's maybe do this next. So this is our panel here. So first of all, we don't really need a width here for this. So let's say panel width -8 divided by 2. So by default, this colored panel, it does not have any width. Yeah, now it looks like this because it does not really have a width. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say we create a input variable for our program. Input double profit target, for example, could be 1000, and then input double profit or max loss could be 1000. So now what we're going to do is we check the profit and the loss that's currently in this account frequently, and then update this colored panel to show the profit and loss. So what we can do is we can say in our onInit, we want to say event set timer. We set the timer to 1 second, for example, and then kill the timer in the onDinit. And now we have access to the onTimer function, or it will be triggered every second. So what we can do now is we can get the open profit, which is account info double, account equity minus account info double account balance like this. So this is our open profit. So now we want to calculate the profit in percent that this is. So we say profit percent, which would be profit target divided by open profit. Well, actually, we have to check if open profit is greater than 0. Then we will calculate the profit percent like this. Double profit percent. And if it is smaller than 0, we say profit percent is equal to max loss divided by open profit. So this should give us the percentage, and now we can modify the width of our the panel. So we say panel profit color width, and here we now say panel width -8 divided by 2. And then this multiplied with profit percent divided by 100. I hope that this is not completely false. Let's have a look at this. Oh yeah, it should be an integer in the end. Yeah, let's just typecast this to an integer to get rid of the warning. So here you can see now, we do see a profit of 55 right now, and our profit target is 1000. So it seems like, I don't know if this is correct. It seems a little bit too much. And yeah, I just realized my calculation was completely wrong. We will have to divide open profit by profit target and max loss. And here we don't have to divide by 100. But if we do it like this now, it should look better. And now it should be more accurate here. So it would be nice to see actually a loss here. So maybe let's add some more positions to create a loss. Test strategy 1, for example, and 10 lots sold. Hopefully the USD Japanese yen doesn't go down any further. It does. Okay, but yeah, you can see it's now changing this representation of the profit here with the color, which is very cool, I think. And yeah, if it goes negative, we will watch this and see if it's also displayed correctly. So I just stopped working on this video for like 2 days, and in the meantime I kept the positions open, so they're in profit a lot now. And we can see that this bar, the screen bar, is a little bit outside of the panel. So maybe we should say that there's a maximum of 100% allowed. So let's say if profit percent, or let's say profit percent is equal to math maximum out of profit percent and 1. So this should fix it, and we can also do it here for negative, like this. So if we compile, it should now stop. Oh, it does not. Oh yeah, okay, that was stupid. Of course, we have to use max minimum. So this makes more sense. And here we use math. Yeah, here math maximum is actually okay. Okay, so now we should see that the bar stops at the end, which is just fine. And now we could also add another label, of course, to display the profit. And yeah, maybe we should do this. So let's say C label profit, for example, and then we can say that like below this bar we want to have the label profit. Create this label profit, and we start at 0. Y should be something like 55. X2 can be panel width -8, and Y2 can be something like 80 maybe. Yeah, and then we start here at 100 maybe. Okay, so then we can always update the label profit here. We can say label profit text could be something like profit, and then we print the open profit here. And let's make this a double-2 string with 2 digits. Okay, so if we do it like this, we should now see the, we don't, or the, oh yeah, I forgot to add the profit to the app. So we have to say, of course, app add label profit, and this should look better now. Okay, there's the profit. We could also make it a little bit bigger by changing the font size. Label profit font, font size, and we could say 12, for example. This should be a bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you can see that's how you display the profit, and you could change all of the looks here for all of the labels and the this and everything, but yeah, that's not what I want to do here. Instead, I want to show if, or test if it works also if we have losing positions. So let's say we open some lots which is currently negative, but it is still displayed positive. Maybe we have to change the color. So here we say panel profit color should be color green for profits, and here we say panel profit color should be color red. So this should be better now. Wait, let me get rid of this. And it's still green. It's not really working. Why is it not working? Oh, I think it's color. Is it color background? Wait, let me check this. Yeah, it is color background. Okay, this looks good so far. So of course, we do not only want to track the open profit, but instead we want to track the overall profit of this account, right? So we also have to consider the closed positions. So what I did is, what I would do is create a double variable. It has to be global, of course, which could be closed profit, for example. And then in the onInit function, we count the profit of all of the positions that are already closed in this account. So we just loop through all of the historical deals. First of all, we select the history, the whole history, of course, time current plus 5. And then after selecting the history, we can loop through the deals. History deals total -1, I greater or equal to 0, I minus. Then we select every single deal. And we need, let's include the trade.mqh file here, because this will give us access to the C history deal class. Or is it just C? Is C deal info, I think. Yeah, C deal info deal. And then we can use this to select a position, deal, sorry. Select by index at I. And then we can say profit, closed profit plus equal deal profit plus deal commission plus deal swap. Don't know if the swap is actually part of the deal, but yeah, that's how we can get the closed profit. And also we could check here if deal types equal deal type by, or deal type is equal deal type sell. So this makes sure that we do not include some weird operations in the history like deposits and withdrawals. So if we do it like this, and then we do have the closed profit here, and now here we add the open profit and the closed profit to get the overall profit. And yeah, that's pretty much. Wait, we should do it here. Like profit is closed profit plus equity minus balance. This is the overall profit of the account. Profit profit. Okay, there we go. So now this should be the overall profit of the account. And yeah, we can see, I think it's correct. Okay, so that's how we can get the overall profit. And yeah, that's exactly what we want to have here. Next thing we have to do is update these strategies here. And we can do this by checking all of the positions that are closed. So what we're going to do is here, we want to use the on-trade transaction event handler. And let me get the parameters from the documentation here. Like this. And so yeah, the on-trade transaction event handler is fired whenever a position is closed. So what we want to do here is we want to say, let's check if transaction type is equal to trade transaction deal at, which means that a position is opened or closed, and that's when we can, or when we have to check if a position was closed. Then we have to check, or we want to check if transaction, or let's select the deal first. If history select, whenever we want to select the deal from the history, we have to make sure that it is in the history. So we have to select the history first. That's how it works in MT5 coding. And then we use the C deal info again. If deal select, oh wait, we don't select, but we say deal ticket, I think, and we set the ticket. We can take it from the transaction structure here. And then we want to check if deal entry is equal to deal entry out, which means that a position was closed. Then we want to get the profit of this deal, which is deal profit plus deal swap plus deal commission. Oh wait, actually we also want it for in deals, because for in deals we also have the commission. So yeah, we get the profit of this deal, and then we have to update our closed profit plus equal profit, and then we have to update the strategy in our strategies array here. So what we do is we loop through the array. Strategies total I plus. Then we select the strategy that we just found at index I, strategies at I, and then we say strategy oh wait, we check if strategy symbol is equal to deal symbol and strategy M strategy is equal to deal comment, I guess. Wait, I just realized that it does not work with the exit, because the exit does not really have the comment. So what we can do here is we can use the magic number instead. So let's say, yeah, we use this magic number. And then we also have to provide the magic number here as a parameter. Yeah, let's make it like this maybe. Magic is equal to magic. So the constructor now also has the magic number. So for every strategy, we then have to provide a magic number. So let's say maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is now important that every of your strategy, I mean, if you use automated trading strategies, usually they do have a magic number. So if they have a magic number, you have to use a unique magic number for all of your strategies. So we can then track them. Oh, wait, like this. So we can then track them using the magic number. And then in the on-trade transaction, we can check the magic number of the strategy. So here we say if strategy and magic is equal to deal magic, and then we say that this strategy's profit should be updated. M closed profit plus equal profit. And that's basically it. And I forgot to close the brackets here. Compile. Wait, like this. Okay, so this should make sure that the profit is updated if something is opened or closed with the magic number of the strategy. And also we should do it in the on-init, so the strategies that are currently already in the history are also checked and updated for the strategy profit. So let me copy this block here, and here in the on-init where we loop through all of the trades, we want to do the same thing. Whenever we find a trade, we loop through the strategies, check if we can find a strategy with the same symbol and magic number as the deal selected, and then we want to update the closed profit of this strategy. So here, let's also get the profit variable, deal commission, swap. Okay, like this. So yeah, let's see if I have a magic number here in my history so we can simulate this. No, all of these trades are done with magic number 0. So maybe we can have one of these strategies have magic number 0. Test strategy 2 with Euro-US dollar now has magic number 0. So actually, this should be updated. Oh, it's not, because we also have to update the label. So once we change this here, we have to update the label. Or actually, it also makes sense to move this. Wait, let's move this to the top of the on-init. So when we then create the labels, they already have the correct closed profit for the strategies. So like this. And then also, yeah, let's compile this and see if it works. And no, it does not really work. Yeah, I mean, also we have to update the label text in the on-trade transaction. After calculating the new profit here, we have to update the label text with a new profit. But still, this does not really seem to work, because otherwise we should see something here, because I changed the magic number to 0. So let's see why this is not getting updated here. So we loop through all the trades, and let's just print strategy M symbol, strategy M magic. So let's see why this is not working. So in the expert journal. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, Yeah, sorry, I'm confused by myself here. Of course, we have to add the strategies first. So let's get this in the right order. Okay, so yeah, I will go through the code in a second again because it's getting confusing right now. But now we should see the updated profit, yeah, with the historical trades. So we can see I use 0 as a magic number now because manually placed trades usually or always have the magic number 0. And now we can see that in this test strategy 2, now all of the trades in euro-US dollar are summed up. And that's the profit pretty much. And if I now go ahead and, for example, say I want to create another position here. Let's go with one-click trading. I create another... wait, this doesn't really make sense. Let's also have USD Japanese yen with magic number 0. So I can demonstrate this. So you can see if I create another USD Japanese yen trade like this, it changes because now columns, the commission, wait. Oh yeah, the commission was already added, like 35 was already added here. And if I now if I now close the position, the profit of USD Japanese yen will go up because there was a profit here. So profit goes up, and if I close this, profit goes up again. So that's how this works basically. Also, if you want to update your panel immediately, you can call the chart redraw function. This should update the chart immediately. And you can do this also here in the on timer if you want to have your chart updated immediately. Otherwise, it only updates with the next tick or whenever you move your mouse in the chart, but now it should update immediately. So it should also show the, update the profit whenever there's a tick. Like this. And yeah, that's basically how you can create such a trading panel or mission control panel to monitor your open trades. And yeah, let me maybe go through the code here at this point, and then I will also show you how to create code to close your trades if you reach the max profit or the max loss. So first of all, quick check of the code again. So we have a bunch of includes, a bunch of controls, then the array object and the trade. We have two definitions here for the width and height of the panel. This usually helps to just set up like the coordinates of the controls. Then we created this helper class, which is essentially just a data class which holds a bunch of member variables. So we use these variables to keep track of the strategies that we have and the close profit of these strategies. And then also every strategy has a label, which is then used to display the profit in the chart or in the panel. We have two input variables for the profit and the max loss of our challenge usually, if you want to use this as a control panel for your prop firm challenges. And then we do have, also I will show how to, maybe I will also show you how to close on a daily loss. Because that's usually more important than checking the maximum loss here. And then we will also need a closed profit day for this. But yeah, let's cover this later. Then we create a bunch of global variables. Most of them are used for the panel. And then two of them to track the profit. And then in the onInit, we create or add the C strategy objects and add them to the strategies array. Strategies array is just a normal object array. And here it is important that you use the correct symbol as it is written in your MetaTrader and the correct name of the strategy. I mean, this is not super crucial, but it's also helpful. And then the magic number. This is very important because the magic number is used to track the profits of the strategy. So this has to be the correct magic number for a strategy. Then we go through the history, the whole history of the account, and we add up all of the profits and then we also map the profits to the strategy and update the, I mean, chart redraw doesn't really make sense here. And then we update the profit of the strategy also. Then we create the app. We add a bunch of controls to the app. Like for example here, this is relevant for displaying the profit or loss bar. Then we also have a label that displays the open profit or the overall profit actually. And then here we have, we add the strategies also to the, or we update the strategies, or we add the strategies to the panel and update the label of the strategies to show the profit. Then in the on-init, we just do some like destroying the app and killing the timer. In the on-trade transaction, this is important because here we update the strategy profit and the strategy label text. So this is important. And then in the on-timer function, we update the current profit, which is a combination or a addition of the close profit and the open profit. And then we calculate the profit in percent, like how much it is of the profit target or the max loss. And then we update the panel that is used to display it in the chart and the label that displays the profit as a text. And the on-chart event just holds or just passes these parameters and calls the chart event function of the app with these parameters. Okay, so that's it. So it's not too complicated so far. So now let's make sure that we also calculate the closed profit for the current day. So first of all, we have to do it here when in the on-init, when we go through all of the trades. We kind of want to check if this deal time is greater than the opening or the start time of the day, which we can get using the, wait, let's get this start time, let's say MQL date time, time current, date time, hour 0, date time minute 0, date time seconds 0, date time day start, struct to time. So this should give us the starting time of the day, and then we check if the deal time here of the deal in the history is greater than the time they start. And in this case, we want to update the closed profit day. And also, yeah, since we are doing this in the on-init, we should make sure that we reset the profit, close profit and close profit day, because otherwise we will just add it up more and more. Okay, so like this. So now we should see that, yeah, I mean, we don't really display the profit of the day. But we could do this. Yeah, maybe let's do it. So let's maybe copy these 3 lines. And then let's say panel profit day, panel profit color day, and label profit day. And then here we also copy these lines and say label profit day, panel profit day. The rest can stay the same pretty much. Here we also have to add the day everywhere, and also of course for the name of the object. And here same thing. Profit day and label profit day. And then also when we do the on timer here, we also have to do it here. So profit is blub blub blub. or let's say we want to get the profit open positions. Yeah, and then we can just like take it from here. Profit open positions. And then profit day will be closed profit day plus profit open positions, profit percent and profit percent day. So basically I'm just copying everything here. Wait, can I profit? Yeah, I think I would have to copy this. Wait, let's get this down here. And then we can copy all of this. So then we check the profit of the day if it's greater or equal to 0. And here, yeah, we just always add the day. So we make all of these calculations for the profit of the current day and update the panel. And I just realized that I also have to, whoa. I think I forgot a semicolon up here. Okay, so now I forgot to change the coordinates of the panel with the profit for the day. This is why this is looking so awkward. So this has to be moved downwards, of course. So let's say the strategies should start at 150, for example. And then we want to move this down a bit. So let's say we not start at 0, but instead we start at like 80, for example. And then yeah, this also has to be 80. And here we start at 85. And go to 100 maybe. 110. Now it should be aligned. Ah, dang. I forgot to change the x epsilon 2 value here. And then here we have to start at 135, I guess, and go to 160 maybe. And now it is looking better. Yeah, this is looking quite fine. And let's move this down even further. But yeah, I mean, you can play around with these X and Y coordinates, so it looks beautiful for you. But this is pretty much how it looks. And yeah. So now you can see the profit is different than the profit day. And we also have to see if there is a new day started. So let me get this. Let's copy this. And then let's go to the on timer. Get this here. And now we want to check if, yeah, actually we don't really need all of this. Or do we need all of this? Yeah, I don't know. But we can we can just say we want to create static datetime, a timestamp variable, which could be time they start. And then we check if timestamp is different than time they start. Then we want to reset the profit of the day. So we say profit day is equal 0. So this should make sure that yeah, at around midnight the profit day should be resetted. Oh, it's closed profit day. like this. Okay, and I mean, I cannot really test this here because this I don't want to wait another day, but theoretically it should work like this. And now last but not least, we have to make sure that our positions are closed if the profit or the loss is hit. So this is now kind of easy. So what we can do is here we just have to check if profit, no, we have to check profit, like the overall profit, which should be in the profit variable. Yes, it is. If it is greater than profit target plus 10, for example, if you want to have a little buffer. And then we can close all of the positions, or if profit is smaller than profit max daily loss, smaller than daily loss, minus, and you want to have a buffer here also, maybe 100, I don't know, because you don't want to close if the daily loss is already reached, but you instead you want to close before, right? So we should say daily loss in the inputs. Yeah, you can make this either a negative number, or you can say if if profit is smaller than minus daily loss plus 100, for example. And then we can say, yeah, we just want to close all of the positions. For int I is equal positions total minus 1. And here we say C. Oh yeah, we just close the positions, I guess. So unsigned long position tickets equal to position get ticket at index, and then we use a C trade object here and say trade position close with the position ticket here. And that's basically it. That's how we can close all of the positions. So here now we are greater than the profit target, which is 1000 here. So we can now say if we open a new position, let's go with one-click trading again. If I open a position, it should be closed immediately. Yeah, because that's what the program does now. But if I change the profit target to 10,000, it should first make this look different, because now we are not at the maximum already. And then if I open a position now, it should not be closed. So that's basically how you can create such a panel. I just realized the strategies are very low now. So maybe we should move them a little bit up. Wait, why are they so far down? Oh yeah, I know why this is happening, because the strategies get more and more. So we also have to make sure that before we add new strategies in the on init, we want to clear the array so we don't add more and more strategies like this. And now if I change the time frame, it should not move the strategies down here. Okay, so this is how you can create such a control panel for your prop firm challenges. I think it's very helpful, because it helps you to close positions if you hit the profit target. It helps you to prevent daily stop outs if you close the positions before. Yeah, it hits the daily stop out. And then it's also cool to track the profits of your strategies. Okay, while cutting the video, I realized that I have to make one little addition. And it is here in the on-trade transaction. When we close the position, we of course do not only update the closed or the closed profit here, the overall closed profit, but we also want to update the closed profit of the day, because this position of course is closed during the current day. So that's how you can build such a program. I will also upload the code in the school community, of course, so you can download it if you're interested. and hope you like this little insight. So let me know in the comments what you think about this. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.